I keep finding these rocks that have this white stuff and then this red stuff and all kind of mixed together. It's quite pretty. The white stuff is somewhat hard. The red stuff is also hard, but in a different way. It seems like it's a little more crystalline. Anyway, this mixture is all over the place. It's kind of cool. Hi everybody, I am at Bighorn Canyon in Montana. We are at the very edge of the Bighorn. We're actually searching for the recreation area right now, but we found a campground that is completely empty, and I'm going to hike up to some of these red rocks that I see behind me because I did some research and learned that the Sundance Formation, which is one of the many rock layers in the canyon, has marine fossils in it. So I'm hoping that red rock behind me is that. We're gonna go look. So I am on the shores of the Bighorn River. I do not think there are any Montana agates in this area. However, because there's this beautiful riverbed, I had to come look and see what kinds of things we can find. This area has what's called dry head agate, that you used to be able to go and mine them, and now you can't. And I have looked at them online to see what they look like, but have not gotten the eye for them. So even if they were float, which is stuff that's not in situ, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to notice what they were anyway. But we're still having a good time. This is kind of interesting. There's a lot of limestone and dolomite in this canyon, and it's got this seam of what looks like red jasper in it. That's kind of neat. Okay, I found another one of those red and white rocks. This one is more red than white. The other one was humongous. I was going to carry it back, but I decided, heck no, I found this one and it's much smaller and more manageable, so this one is coming home with me. This is very interesting. I think there's a lot of chert and flint and those kinds of things along here. But see how this one is so very kind of fractured, and you can see the inside. Kind of agate-y. Ooh, and you found something that is definitely an agate. Very nice. Yeah. Tor and I took this big trip to the canyon because he is headed out to Oregon in a couple. He is headed out to Oregon in a couple weeks to start his new job as a field biologist for a company, and so we decided we'd take one last big adventure. Hopefully, we can find what we're looking for.
Yeah, the actual recreation area.
Okay, so we found the head of the canyon. There's a little bitty trail that goes down to the river here. It calls it a trail. It's actually 0.1 miles, so kind of more. It's just a little path down to the river. But anyway, we're going to go check it out, see if we can take some pictures of the canyon from this direction, and then see if we can figure out how to get into the canyon itself. As you can see by the waves chopping over that restricted access point, it's super, super windy today. You can see the red rock. Oh, it's getting spray on me even. I'm not really sure what this is, but it looks like this gigantic piece. See, there's my foot. Gigantic piece of silica of some kind. It's hard. It's hard like agate, but of course it's not. It maybe is just some quartzite, but gosh, it's so big. So one drawback to going to new places is that often you're really not sure what you're looking at. But I just picked up this pretty red rock, thinking maybe it had some fossils in it. And I noticed that it has inside what looks like maybe calcite, maybe quartz. So it could actually be something like a thunder egg. So because I'm ignorant of the area, I'm going to take it home, cut it open, see what it looks like. Well, as you can see, I have found the red dirt. It was not actually the same red dirt that we were looking at earlier, but I think that I think there must be multiple red layers in this canyon. If you look up here, you can see just how beautiful it is. So we are at the Oka Bay Marina. We're right down by the water now with the right where the boat ramps go into the lake. There doesn't appear to be a way to get around into the canyon without going by boat, so that's kind of an interesting problem. This just raises so many questions. I am going to come back here in the summertime with my kayak. I need to teach Kava to get towed along behind in an inflatable raft, so that'll be an interesting endeavor. But I want to be able to explore these cliffs better than I can right now. The fact that we can get in here in January is kind of astonishing in the first place. Reason number 386 to have the dog on a leash. This looks a lot like the red sandstone that we have. No, it really doesn't. It's much harder. This piece that I just picked up is very heavy, and you can see it's very heavy, and you can see it has these crystals on the ends. And I don't know if that's how it broke, or if they're formed that way, but it looks like it's got kind of striations all the way across here. And this is just lying among the rocks here. Some more of that red and white rock. I wonder if this is the dolomite. I didn't know dolomite had any red in it. That's the thing I'm not sure about. So the reason I wanted to look at the red rocks is because there is a red layer called the Sundance Formation. It's a marine layer that has belemnites in it. And I've never found belemnites before, so I thought that would be kind of fun. However, I think this is actually, this top layer is a different layer entirely, so I think this isn't the right one. I keep finding these rocks that have this white stuff and then this red stuff and all kind of mixed together. It's quite pretty. The white stuff is somewhat hard. The red stuff is also hard, but in a different way. It seems like it's a little more crystalline. Anyway, this mixture is all over the place. It's kind of cool. What do you think? Is this an agate pocket? It's a pocket of something. This is really cool, this break pattern. This should be able to help me identify this completely. This whole lake, they call it a lake, really is part of the Bighorn River. And it has this just gigantic, beautiful canyon cut all the way through. It goes maybe 50 miles downstream. Wish I had a boat. A sailboat today. What a beautiful place that was. I'm glad I got to see it, and I can't wait until next summer. Thanks for coming along. This is Kate from Katie Did. Keep on doing.